Yeah, L.A. Lakers. Sour Milk, just incredible.
That's right.
Now, you don't have the friendliest name in the world.
For the radio.
We dropped the unfriendly part. It's Bricc Baby now. You know what I'm saying? So it's
you dropped the
radio
last
for
part.
me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was actually going to ask you about that,
yeah,
too.
like, growing up, they was calling me,
No, it's cool to say. You good to say it. Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up, they was calling me shitty and shit, because of my attitude, you know what I'm saying, the situation. So, like, in the hood, they called me, like, shitty Montana and all that. So, I wasn't really no rapper. So, I just started rapping one day, like, when I got out of jail, like, I started taking that shit serious.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck is my rap name gonna be? And it was like Shitty Montana, and then it was like Shitro. We gonna water it down with Shitro. And then, I had started MPA with Pee Wee Longway, and we had Young Thug and Duke and everybody with us out in Atlanta. So it was MPA Shitro at first. And then I'm like, I kinda don't like putting your crew name before your name, like rap name. Right. So it's like, all right. I had to come up with like something new right before we started promoting for Ink's album. So it was like,
Bricc Baby.
What is it? And then my first mixtape was Son of a Brick Lady. I was like debating, and I was like, fuck it, I'm a Bricc Baby, you know what I'm saying? I came from bricks. I was born on bricks, and this what it was. Right. So now it's Bricc Baby.
Talk to us about what it was like growing up, man, in your shoes. I mean, you say you came from the Brick Lady.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm like a silver spoon gangster. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, everything that I had, it was street money, but it was like at its finest. Like, I grew up in mansions. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I was born in Chevy Hills. You know what I'm saying? Then we was in View Park, and like that's like the Black Beverly Hills and Ladera. Yeah. But it was all off brick money. My mom had to go sit down and do a bid. My stepdad actually did 15 years straight off a bid, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They were out in Detroit or whatever. And, people don't like when you get money. They got snitched on or whatever. And he went to jail. I guess, something got stopped on the way out there or whatever. He went to jail. And my mom... You know what I'm saying? They tried to say my mom was continuing the legacy while he was in jail, because it was a whole lot of money still around while he was locked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, she was doing what she was doing. She ended up having to do a bid over that shit, too. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, my pops is a hustler, you know what I'm saying? My mom's is a hustler. I'm a Bricc Baby. You know what I'm saying? Everything came from bricks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I got my name from.
Crazy.
And you know what I'm saying? You said you grew up, in mansions, blah, blah, blah. But you have a very reputable name.
Yeah.
Look. The mansion, I'm from Slauson, right? So you can drive, like, from Slauson and Crenshaw, where Nip's shop is, all the way up Slauson to Culver City to the mall, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My family lived on 6th Ave in Slauson. That's like in the real middle of the hood. Like, then my other, side of the family, I was always at my grandma's house and my uncle's house because my family was out hustling. So I wasn't never, at home unless it was, school or something. And I had a nanny. It wasn't even, I might not see my mom for 2-3 weeks.
Crazy.
And then, if it got too hectic where she was hustling too much, I switched to, the Detroit school district, Arizona, this, that, and the other. It was crazy. But, my grandma, lived off of Jefferson, Jefferson Park area, and the rest of my family lived off of Slauson. So growing up, it was the best of both sides, but it was 2 Crip neighborhoods. So I just ended up being from 60s, because that's what I was around. You know what I'm saying? My whole family and shit was, besides my mom and them, they all from right there on Slauson. So that's what it was.
Crazy. And for the white people listening, he's not talking about he's from the 1960s.
No.
That
wasn't when he was born?
No. That's not when he was born.
They damn, you got an old-ass rapper in there.
Nah. Hell no. The 60s is South Central California, know. where a lot of people, you know, talk about hopping their lowriders and stuff. We're kind of infamous for Crenshaw Boulevard, you know, all that shit. You know, the Slauson District, you know.
Did the schools change it and all? I mean, now you're an adult, you're a man, and you could talk about it and kind of navigate through life. But growing up, that shit couldn't have been easy, man.
It wasn't easy, but look, I'm a Silver Spoon gangster, bro. Like, I went to private schools, bro, but I was in the hood every day. Like, can't nobody say anything about me.
Were you just punking all the private school kids?
Nah, I'm actually cool. I'm the gangster white boy's best friend. You know what I'm saying?
JK, just incredible.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like your best friend. Like, I always been on stoner shit or whatever. Like, but it could get real critical, like, real fast with me. Like, I always like to keep it positive, but, like, I grew up through the negative. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody takes it there, like, the switch flips fast, and that's why they call me shitty. Yeah. Like, I got a real shitty attitude when it come down to that type of shit, bro.
No, I understand.
Because I grew up fighting the odds. You got to think I had every pair of Jordans. I had big old chains going to school, all of that stuff. I've been the freshest Crip going to school since about middle school. You know what I'm saying? You can ask anybody in my section.
That explains the fly Crippin' tag.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to Nipsey, but you know, me and Nipsey, we from the same side of the 60s. The 60s kind of big, so you know what I'm saying? So like everything west of Crenshaw, Bryanhurst, Victoria, Eileen, Dean, little streets in South Central, that's where me and Nipsey are from. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we ran together before I was rapping and stuff, you know, like, All Money In. I got the A and B over my eye. You know what I'm saying? It was All Money In. But I was always in Atlanta. Like, I got introduced to Atlanta in, like, '05. It was, like, my cousins were from BMF. And I had good grades and I was hooping, bro. Like, like people don't believe it, but like I probably had a 2.8 overall through high school overall. Yeah, so that you got to think. I missed the whole year gangbanging too. So it was 2.8 overall. I still ended up going to Clark Atlanta University. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I was, my cousins were from BMF, so I was around Meech. I was around certain people. My cousin Blue, rest in peace, and my cousin the twins. One of them worked with Coach K still. That's my cousin, you know, twin that works with Coach K and Amigos and OG Macko. Yeah, that's my cousin. That's who turned me on to Atlanta or whatever. So by the end of the school year, I guess the campus got tired of me and I melted the package on campus or whatever. I got caught with like 35 pounds on campus.
Jesus.
So they kicked me out.
Been cool, bro.
It was 35, and it probably was heavier. You know, Atlanta Police Department's pretty dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was kind of heavier. Yeah, they shaved a couple. You know, but it is what it is.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
So growing up, I mean, was this something? Were your parents like trying to push you on the right path, or were they just like, yo, you gonna do what you gonna do and that's that?
Nah, like they wanted the best for me. They hated the fact they was trying to figure out like, damn, we kept you in private school, we did this and the other. Like, how are you the craziest nigga around?
Yeah,
like,
that's what it sounds like to me. It's like private school, all this.
Like, nah, but the thing is, right, as a kid, you absorb everything. So it's like I go to private school, but then you hear your mom on the phone cussing this dude out about you owe me 100, 200,000. I don't even know how much that is at the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like then you know you around your pops and like for math, I'm counting money and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like like no, for real. I had all A's in math too, like all the way geometry, algebra, all that. Because I love math. Because my dad used to make me do the math for money. You know what I'm saying? Like it was real crazy. So, but like I was at my grandmother's house in the hood. Like my grandma had 6 kids, so you got to think it's a gang of my cousins, gang, my brothers, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all ran as like a family clique gang, and it was just like on and crack it. As soon as you get to grandma's house, she can't watch all of us. We sneaking out the back door, going to the skating rink, doing what we got to do. So you know, like not even to brag, like I probably smoked my first blunt when I was 9.
shit.
Crazy.
I still haven't smoked my first blunt. I'm fucking 31.
Like, it was crazy. Like, I was
Christ.
going to private school, but, like, my homies was coming from elementary on the bikes with burners and stuff to my grandma's house, like, at 10 years old. I'm like,
Yo, this
whoa.
shit is like,
It's a
yeah,
real
like,
movie.
listen, I mean, I grew up not not the best neighborhood. I had friends that gangbang. I never got into gangbanging, but this shit is so fucking intriguing to me,
definitely.
man. Like,
It is, but then it's like, bro, you know, I've been through a lot. I've been shot in my neck. I've been shot
Yeah,
in
we
my
gotta talk
tailbone.
about that, too.
Like,
We
you know
wanna
what I'm
get there,
saying?
too.
It's been like a whole lot. Like, it's like gang banging. Like, if you grew up in like a neighborhood that has gangs, you know how like easy it is to like end up being unified with the gang because it's like the same dudes that you were shooting ball with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna go to the NBA.
yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So, same dudes you shooting hoops with when you're 19 years old, like, they turn 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? And life starts to, like my brother died when I was 13, like, you know, but it wasn't through a shooting. He died through a car crash. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my only blood brother. I got 2 step brothers, and I got, like, people that I adopted as brothers, like, just from the streets. But, like, my only brother died when I was, like, 13. I was in 8th grade. So that kind of, like, flipped the switch. Like, I still was playing sports, but it, like, made me, like, kind of terrible, too, because it was, like, my mom was in the penitentiary at the time he died, but that's not her son.
Okay.
I was living with my dad, and that he has that's my brother through somebody else. So that wasn't her son, but it was like my mom didn't go to the pen when I was young. My mom went to the pen like in the middle of my life. So it was like, you know, I'm a daddy's boy, but I'm really like a mama's boy because she like gave me all my games. So when they, like, she was like, oh, like one day she came from court and she just was looking sick. She like, I'm facing 40 years. I'm like,
God
you
damn.
doing what? And then I'm like, what the fuck? You facing 40 years? You take me to school every morning. What are you doing me to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
After
You
you
try to
drop me
figure it
off.
out. Yeah. So like, it went from 40 to 10 to 8, and now I'm a cop a plea for 4. So you know what I'm saying? Like, in the inside of my head, I'm like, damn, what? My mom is a gangster. Like, damn, that's what's going on. Like, so it's like it's adding on to the fact that, all right, I'm already around people like that's into gangs, and then like I always had the money. Like I was like the little dude on the block would buy all the ice cream for everybody. Then it was like, oh, I'm gonna buy all the weed for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Then it was just like end up being like I always was like the leader wherever I was because of my parents set that in stone because they all were leaders.
At what age do you get shot in the neck?
I got shot in the neck. I was 21. I got shot I got shot when I was 19. I think I had just came back from Atlanta, and I was turning up, whatever. Like I got shot in my tailbone. We went to like an after prom or whatever. I ain't gonna say too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we went to the after prom, you know what I'm saying? We was fucking with girls all day. Everybody was out late night getting high.
Right.
And the shootout happened, and I ended up getting shot in my tailbone through the trunk, and it came through my bladder.
Fuck.
And I had to have surgery on my bladder and all that, like, and that stopped me from hooping, like, because I was only 19. So, like, I set out a year at Clark, and I was going to go, like, when I got kicked out, I was going to go try to play for Georgia State.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And my coach was going to send in the little videos and all that shit. Then I ended up getting shot in my tailbone. I couldn't dunk no more. I'm only 5'8". So it was over with. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, but I was already full-fledged in the streets at that time, but I just knew how to keep it like streets and be in school. And then, like, shit, I went to jail, and I got, like, super swole, like, after that. And I came home, and, like, I was just going to go get a T-shirt. And I put on my T-shirt. I just heard gunshots the second time. It went through my shoulder. It came through my neck, broke my jaw, all of that. I was paralyzed for like 3 months. I had to learn how to walk again. Nah, this was all right here on Slauson. Like I was coming back from Atlanta. Like my life from 2005 to now has been back and forth to Atlanta.
You say you were just going to buy a T-shirt?
Yeah, I was in the hood, but I wasn't even at the like most crackingest spot in the hood. Like I seen one of my homeboys outside. We started talking because like I had hopped in the car and I was like I had on like a jacket with no t-shirt on up under it, and I was finna go to a girl house, and I'm like, man, I'm not finna be looking like fucking Casey and JoJo when I pull up. So I stopped at the store, and long story short, like shit, I just went to go put on my t-shirt, and like I had my back turned to the street, and I heard
so
bullets.
it wasn't like an argument.
Nah, none of them was altercations because like the first time I looked to the side, we knew what was going on. You know, so I'm not gonna talk too much about the first, but the second time I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing, bro. Like, so that's what I got like PTS from that shit, like PTSD. Like, cause I didn't see nothing. I heard gunshots and I ended up twisted on the ground. I couldn't feel my body. I woke up I asked them like, is my head leaking, bro? Cause it felt like I'm not here right now, and it was just like. You feel what I'm saying? They like, nah, you straight. Like, we can't see where the blood coming from. But I had that jacket on. It was soaking up all the blood. It was coming out my shoulder. Right. And it had lodged into my jaw already. So, like, through the grace of God, I had gained all that weight. And it went through all muscle and it just fractured my neck. And it didn't break it. So I ended up walking again.
Fuck, man. So after all of this, when does the rapping come into place?
Okay, so the rapping... Like, okay, through all this, Nipsey was always my homeboy in Atlanta. It's this, I don't know what to call him. J Money, first name, last name. You remember that song? He's like a real washed up ass rapper. But anyway, I had started like kicking it around him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? He put me on the first mixtape. Like, it was like, what was that? Like, '08, Mr. Miyagi. It was back when he was ice cold now.
Wait a minute. I thought another rapper had a song called Mr. Miyagi.
No. His mixtape was called Mr. Miyagi. Oh, okay. He had that little kid song, J Money, first name, last name. Yeah. Like, we're not gonna waste too much time on that. Okay. But he had put me on my first mixtape or whatever. And then, like, I used to kick it with Nipsey and everybody. So I seen everybody rapping. And then, like, Alley Boy and me and Pee Wee Longway, we weren't rapping until 2012, like, probably. But Kid Ink is, like, my cousin. So in L.A., I was always, like, at his house. Like, I mean, like, I used to, like, look out for him. He used to look out for me. We used to be, like, real close. So when he was recording in the house, I used to be over there. You feel me? Like, oh, yeah, that shit dope. You know, then I started trying to manage. So I picked up MPA, Duke, Wicked. I put some money behind Thug, like, as far as studio time and all that, because him and Pee Wee from the same projects. And me and Pee Wee were running off the same, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we hustled together. We started our little record label together or whatever. So Thug was like a family member to him. So we used to pay for him and Duke and everybody to go to the studio. Okay. Then it was just like, I don't know if it was when Molly came around or I seen Future and Scooter and Ali. You got to think like Future, like in Scooters and Casino. Scooter and Casino used to come out here and live with me like for like 3 months at a time. And then that means I was around Future and all that back when Dirty Sprite was coming out and all that. So I'm seeing everybody take off. Casey Veggie's my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, all right. And then, like, one day I just tried that shit, like, oh, bam. I always could kind of rap, like, just, like, write some shit. But I never took that shit serious because I was trying to manage. Like, I'm going to try to get the big bucks. I thought managing was the big bucks. Right. So then I just went in the booth one time and I just, like, started freestyling. Then, like, I'm writing and I start freestyling. And then I start treating rap like how I was treating the trap. And I kind of like start loving rap, like starting to like being at the studio all night, like, and just doing me on the mic because I'm seeing people really like clean their whole life up, like really walk away from the streets off this shit. So, man, you know.
And how hard is it, man, to separate the street life from the rap life? You know, like
It's super hard. I was just telling my homie like a couple days ago, I think I fell back off hustling for like 8-9 months to get my career started. Like, just it ain't like, and it's just now just making the buzz, but I kind of like just like step back, like I don't want nothing to do with, like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of just paying the bills. I'm always have enough money to do what I want to do, but it was like, I don't want to have $200,000-$300,000 in 10 bricks. Like, I don't want, not right now. I want to like see if I could get this legal money cracking. And I wrote for a lot of people last year. I got like 4 or 5 placements, and then like as far as just my own placements, I got like 4 or 5 on iTunes, just on different people's albums. Like, I got one on Inks, and then Brodinski's Brava out there in Paris, like BMC, like Inga Sophistein and everybody, Sam T. But I got like something on their project out there, and it's moving. Like, it's EDM rap, so you know what I'm saying. Like, I have no limits to what I do.
So you're not opposed to it, man. You're not opposed.
Nah, bro. Like, when the dollar is green, blue, red, whatever color they want to make them. Euros, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids, so you know what I'm saying? If you want to hear fist pump music, you got it.
I seen him, he was at Powerhouse turning up.
Hey, man. Look, man, yeah, man.
On that stage,
you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not all about money. It's passion for sure, but it's like, I do got 3 mouths to feed, plus 2 baby mamas and the whole family. You know, moms ain't hustling no more.
I'm glad you said it, because I've always said that shit, man. Like, yo, it might not all be about money, but we got families to feed, man.
Period. So at the end of the day, if you're not talking cash, you don't dig what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's like, and I be trying to tell my young dudes that, like, around the hood, they be like, oh, you don't come to the block no more, you don't do this no more. Like, hey, bro, like, I got shot 2 times on the block. What you want me to do over there? You want me to come kick it with you for real?
Right.
Like, come on, like I'm gonna come pick you up. I can show you how to do some other shit, but bro, I already done proved myself over there. Like, and now it's not getting shot. It's just like, just my status over there. Like, I've always been silent. I'm never gonna tell, run, rat, none of that.
Right.
So, and they know that.
Yeah, I know everyone got a lot of love for you, man. Every time I come across someone and I tell them, yo, you know, we getting down with Bricc, we hang with Bricc in the studio, people got a lot of love for you, bro. Man. Says a lot about you.
Because I'm not a bully, bro. I'm not a bully at all. No, I'm not a bully at all. Like, but like, I finish problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you was looking for an answer, like, I could finish the problem for you. You know what I'm saying?
Also save a couple motherfuckers.
Nah, definitely. But I don't even like to brag about that. If you my friend, nobody should be able to touch you, bro. That's and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm touchable. I've been shot twice. JFK got killed. He was the president, bro. You gotta think about it. Like, anybody could get touched. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like if you come to this city that I really been in my whole life and really almost died for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have no problems because I lived the lifestyle for all my friends. So it's like, if you know, like, people try to dig in other people's pockets, like, oh yeah, ooh, because they know that they not like street. So it's like, hey, yeah, pay me for protection and nigga, I'm gonna keep you straight. But you can't talk to my folks like that.
Right.
Like, you start trying to disturb my folks, you might end up paying me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Know
like,
about that hustle. That's a whole nother
yeah,
hustle.
like, I'm just saying, like, you can't just do that type of stuff, bro. I don't think that shit is cool, and I'm not a bully. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at your shirt. What fight is this? Is this, I see Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, this might be the Miami.
Oh, that's the Oakley.
That's Miami, New York,
you know, Miami, New York. They used to get it in. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I got this from Hall of Fame on Fairfax. Yeah, they go crazy.
Let's talk about the music now.
Yes,
the tape is Nasty Dealer.
Yeah, the Nasty Dealer, man.
18 tracks on this thing, going crazy.
Man, 18 tracks out of they. This was, you don't understand. I was recording for a year and a half. That was 18 out of like 75.
Wow, you had to narrow that down.
Yeah, and I gave songs to like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But 18 tracks, like, And I tried to cut it down and keep it 12 so I wouldn't get on nobody's nerves. But then I was playing that shit and I'm like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? If it get on somebody's nerves, let me know. I haven't got no bad response.
Nah, I mean, you building the buzz right now.
Yeah, man.
You got to let people, see which ones people gravitate to. You got production on there from Metro Boomin.
Yeah, that's my little brother.
You say
who don't you know?
I know, and who ain't you related to?
Listen, man, he's not related, but blood don't make you related, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like time, energy, and vibes that make you related. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So how you guys are. Like you guys never knew I rapped until a
couple months back. Right?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? But it was always good vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I always fucked around, but. Yeah, like Metro Boomin, cause I've been in Atlanta, so you gotta think, I got out of jail. He was doing a lot of tracks with Gucci and Thug and Pee Wee when I got out. So I had met him when he was 19, doing the 19 and Boomin track. And you know what I'm saying? We all siblings, so you know what I'm saying? I make sure that my prescription's always full. So, I mean, a lot of people come around me like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they know, I can make it rain.
That's right.
At any time, Purple Rain. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
you might
they
not,
dig what the fuck I'm talking
You might not
about.
even remember this, but I don't even know if you remember this, but we actually met you. I don't know how long ago it was. I remember going around introducing myself to everybody, like, "Oh, what's up?" And then I got to him, and he was like, "Shitty." I was like,
I remember that.
That's right. I feel like I gave him my number then too.
Yeah.
I have. I was just like, "That's all right."
Good to meet you.
What am I supposed to say? I don't. What do you say to that?
Man.
I didn't want to be like, "Excuse me."
That's what.
I was like, I think he said shitty. I'll just.
Roll with
shitty. Yeah,
people say that, but people try to hit me with the city. Nah, bro, you took a shit on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was
we were recording. I think he was playing you the tracks from the marathon.
Yep.
That was the first marathon. Yep.
We watched the video to Bitches Ain't Shit.
That
day.
And that's it's a whole lot of controversy over that shit.
I remember all that shit being talked about.
Me and YG got one coming on this album though called "Don't Come to LA."
Very cool.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be called that.
Yeah, we definitely gotta hear that, man.
Little bro, he came through for the kid. I don't know, I'm gonna let him brag about the rest of his album though.
You could get your project all over the internet right now.
That Piff live mixtapes, LA Leakers, all that, man.
Young Thug on the project, Kid Ink on the project, a few names, man.
I mean, I be popping a little bit of this and that, man. Thug. Me and Thug had a whole album together before I even started rapping. So those songs, it sounds new. Some of them are new, but I could still dig through songs right now and just be like, oh, shit, you're on Thug right now.
I'm glad you said that because we got a project coming out that we don't need and Thug and a team.
Yeah, we might give you a little swag. I might, it ain't no Mike LA Leakers. You dig what I'm saying? Right. So I'm doing this for the city though because LA. I really started doing music in Atlanta, so everybody when I go places, they interview me. They like, "You from Atlanta? You from Atlanta?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. Really, I'm really from LA. I really my name hold weight in LA." But everybody in LA remembers shitty. Just how you remember. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not an easy name to forget.
So it's damn, shitty rapping. Nah, he too much of a gangster to rap. This is probably some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And when people be like, "Hey, bro, you be spazzing. You don't even be talking that hood lingo." I try to stay, no disrespect, Mustard, my homeboy. But I try to stay off of those beats because I don't want to end up being that gangbang rapper that always comes up with the hood bounce. The hood bounce is cool, but I'm always talking about Slauson and fuck this hood and fuck that hood. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is out here. You get a Mustard sounding beat, you go bang your hood and TikTok and drip drop and it's over with. And I don't like that. I just want to express myself lyrical. I like how Schoolboy Q went out the zone.
Yeah.
He right out the 50s. Them is our worst enemies, but I got so much respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Just because he went out the box just to do what he had to do, and now he's on a whole nother level. Like, you know, and he really could do it. But Nasty Diller, you know what I'm saying, is really creeping on people. So
yeah, it is, man.
I don't know.
I mean, all through LA, cars, windows rolled down. This is the sound we're hearing out here, man. So we definitely thank you for coming by the show today,
man. Yeah,
for sure, and thank you for telling us that story.
Yeah, and real quick, what's next for you, man? What's next on your plate? I know you're going on tour soon with Ink,
okay,
right?
so next on my plate is I'm going on tour. We're finishing the Full Speed tour in Europe, the European Full Speed tour. And then I got my own little 6-city tour in France coming up. And I might be doing a couple of Southeast runs right now. I just got with a booking agency. So you're going to see a whole lot of Bricc Baby like in the next couple months. I'm about to drop an EP with just Metro Boomin and Brodinski. You know what I'm saying? 6 songs real quick. You know what I'm saying? Light them up. I just dropped the Code 45 one on them, and Code 45 went on ahead and put the money behind it or whatever. So, like, I'm not stopping. I'm in the studio every night. I'm headed back to the studio right now. Okay. So, you know,
if people want to catch up with you, where can they do that at, man?
Man, if they want to catch up with me on Twitter, it's BRICC. BABY60, Bricc Baby 60, and then on Instagram it's BRICC Baby, you know. But it's still Shitty Montana, Shitro Sanchez the plug, you dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, when I feel like Pablo Escobar, I change my name to Shitro Sanchez.
That's right.
We appreciate you coming by, man, and giving us tales from the hood.
That's right.
Oh, man, always, man. It's just my life. LA Leakers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the shit, though.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it,
period.
You,
Justin Sour, you already know. Turn the fuck up,
Good to see you
man.
doing your thing, man. Keep it up.
You
And how is the
already know.
family doing, too? How's mom and everybody?
Man, mom's doing all right. You know, my mom's a real estate broker. You know, she changed her life all the way around.
Good to hear.
Yeah, she just bought a SX6. She got the range sitting on the curb like it's a raggedy piece of shit. She's still trying to flex on people. You know, $2 million homes in the hills. You feel what I'm saying? So she's still doing her, and then my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest for them, just like to grow up and not even know who their dad is until it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just know I'm the big bad wolf. That's what I tell them. When somebody come mess with you, I'm a huff and puff and blow the house down. But other than that, y'all got to be squares. They in the all type of, you know.
You raising them right, man.
But like everything else is just, you know, straight to the point. I'm all music from right now. Back Gang, BMC, MPA. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to YSL and everybody else that paved the way, All Money In and all that. 410 summers, so, you know.
That's what's up. Appreciate it, man. Thank you again,
Thank you for
bro.
coming by, man.
You dig what I'm saying?